My name is Maui Fernandez, and I'm alumni of Maui High.
Okay, and tell us, how did you get the name Maui?
Well, my mom and dad met on Maui on the movie The Hawaiians, and that's how I got the name. He knew that my mom was going to have us, and he said, I'm going to marry you and you're going to have my kids. And so that's how it turned out to be. I was one of those that he foresaw ahead of time.
All right, and tell us, you got to play last year in the game. This will be your second year, but I didn't get to interview you last year. So tell us why you wanted to play in the game so much and why you still want to play.
Well, the first thing why I wanted to play was because I really believed in the giving back to the community aspect. I don't care if I'm playing in a parking lot, as long as the money that part of my team makes goes to some kid that needs it. That was the first thing. The second thing that meant so much to me was I practiced every year of high school and never got to play a game. And so my very first game was the alumni game. And that was because of my drug use and because of getting kicked out of school, getting kicked off of the team. I got kicked out of everything I basically ever did. And God knew it was something that I wanted to do. And God said, whatever's taken away, He's going to put it back. And He did. And so that last alumni game was my first game. And it meant the world to me. I was so in shock of being in the game. I missed my first rotation because I stood there and everybody, and I was like, hey, wait a minute, I'm supposed to be in there. But it was just, I could feel God's love giving me back something that meant so much to me, the game of football, that was taken away because of my drug use. So.
All right, and what's your probably best memory of that football game last year?
My best memory, well, my son, before I went into the game, you know, I lost a lot of things in life because of my drug use, and football is one of them. And so when I got clean 14 years ago, I started making a bucket list of things that I lost. And so I was bull riding and I was MMA fighting. And so one of the guys on the opposing team trains MMA with us, but he's like 3 weight classes above me. And so he was running back, and my son just said, Dad, all I want to do is see you lay him out one time. And so that was my goal for the game. And I got to do that. And just in the third quarter, it just so happened that they put him in the backfield and I got to make that tackle. And my son was doing water boy, and when I turned to the side, he was making water for everybody and didn't get to see it. And so that was the main memory that meant a lot to me, because it was something that I get to show my son, you can do anything that you want to if you put your mind to it. Right. You know, not only in MMA, but I ride bulls, I do football now, and it's like, age is a number. You know, if you can do whatever you want to if you put your mind to it. And so the other part of it was in the ending of the third quarter, in the ending of the game, I was standing on the side and there was tears in my eyes, and I could never tell anybody that was my first game. And so I got to stand after the game, and I had tears in my eye, and they're like, Maui, are you all right? And I was like, you don't get it. And they're like, what? And I'm like, this is my first game. I've never made it to a game. And so those are the two things that I will never forget in my lifetime. No matter if I make it to another game or not, that's awesome. But if not, those two things meant the world to me and my family.
That's very awesome. I want you to tell us, Thanksgiving's coming up. You guys are playing the day before Thanksgiving, which is a big deal to get to play a football game then. You guys have certain Hawaii traditions, and I know you went out and hunted a deer. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, we do imu, and if you don't know what an imu is, we cook our turkey, our pig, or whatever we're doing in an underground oven. And so I've heard so much about making a deer in the imu. And so many people said, so good. So there's a church that asked me to donate a deer this year. So I said, no problem, I'll donate a deer for you guys if you cook one for us. And that's going to be part of our Thanksgiving this year, is I get to give one for them, and I get to have one for us cooked and give out to friends and family of mine. So that's a big one this year, and we're kind of excited about it because I've never tried it, but I've heard so much good things about it.
Awesome. All right, and also you mentioned the other day that you were going to pick up a little boy and take him home. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, my daughter's first cousin has been majorly abused, and his family has taken the other 3 siblings and left him. So we prayed about it, and God kind of brought it to us that, you know, my heart goes out to kids. I connect with kids everywhere. That's part of the reason why I'm doing this. We actually completed our nonprofit status, and so our team is now a nonprofit, and it's anything to do with kids, I'm there. And so this boy, just God put him there in the right time, and it was just like, Maui, he's yours. And so we're going to adopt him, and we're working on getting him to our house. So he comes to practice every once in a while, hangs out with the other boys that are other players' kids, and he comes and he just watches us play. He exercises with us. He runs the stairs, runs the stadium, and it's something that he's never even been close to anything organized sports or anything. He doesn't want to join, but he likes to be a part of. And that's something that's going to change his life, you know. Maybe later on he actually might want to be like, Dad, I want to play. Yeah. So hopefully it'll change that aspect for him.
That's right. And what do you think, like as far as practice, do you think a lot of these guys feel the same way, like they're a part of something?
Oh yes.
With the football?
Well, the first time we met with Bob, he told us that his goal was for us to take it and do something bigger. And we took that to heart. And so instantly we got together and formed a committee so that we could choose where we wanted to spend our money and who we wanted to bless. Because Hawaii, we're so far out, money's a big thing. You know, I mean, everywhere it's a big thing, but a little rock in the middle of the ocean, it has to get here first. So for us, it made a big impact for all of these men. Not only do we get to play, but we get to do something for our community through something that we love, the game of football. And so we got to send guys, they call it a poly camp, which is a Polynesian football camp, to sponsor youth from Hawaii of any ethnic background from Hawaii and send them to a camp to learn the game of football properly. So we sponsored 3 or 4 kids to do that last year, and we made other donations around our area and back to the high school and stuff. And it was for us a big thing to be able to be a part of that. And so these guys, I'm so amazed at how close this team is. And some of us we believe in God, we believe in Jesus, and that's who we believe is number one. And it attracts the other guys because God blesses us because of that. And so we put that first, and other people gravitate to it. So
that's great. Tell us lastly what you're most looking forward to in this game coming up.
Oh, smashing them already. That's it. We're just gonna kill it. I mean, it's so exciting. It's the oldest high school west of the Rockies, and the same thing with our rivalry. We're one of the oldest rivalries in the United States. I mean, think about that. We are way out here in the middle of the ocean, and one of the oldest rivalries. That's kind of big.
How long have you guys been preparing for it?
Actually, since the last game.